And we're back. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dark Phoenix Gaming, and welcome back to Stellaris with the Unified Solar Republic. The year is 2270 because I decided to drag out our last episode a little bit, just so that we could get a better grasp of how things were looking in terms... Sorry, I'm babbling. Just basically, that dragging it out was basically me trying to get us caught up. As far as the length, because I'm trying to run 10-year episodes. Just to get this series moving along at a reasonable time span. Which it is not currently doing. And major things that happened last time, for one, our fleet, we actually had to withdraw from a battle in this system because it ended up fighting basically everything at once. We're going to need to get a little bit more fleet strength before we can do anything there. And I've just been knocking out some of the alien menace all around. And we've gotten our fleet back and fully reinforced. We could spend some more alloys to further reinforce it, but I don't actually think I want to do that right now. That being said, while we're going to avoid that system right there because it will be a pain, I'm going to send our fleet off to neutralize the hostiles in these two systems so I can claim them. The drones can hang out in that system there, and we won't try to get rid of them just yet. That'll have to be good enough, and then I can push on against that system with my fleet and clear that so we can do some exploration up there. That's the plan anyways. We're discovering more and more aliens all over. And I will be upgrading the size of our fleet soon enough, because we have about a year and a half left until I'll have 30 more naval capacity, which is going to be nice. Anyways, let's unpause. That'll put us on fastest speed, I think, because overall there's less happening right now than one might think. Yeah, everything's in the positive. It just has to tick over a month for the game to realize that's the case. That's all. This science ship can do that. And speaking of science ships...
Technology researched.
Hang on a sec, I'll get to that in a second. We can now build exotic gas refineries. That's gonna be really handy because we need exotic gas to run our research complexes, and I want to build some more of them whenever we can. So handy. Let's see. I don't think right now that we have any particular need for crystal mines though, so I'll upgrade our fleet again by unlocking the ability for us to construct cruisers, I think. It's going to take a little over 3 years to finish that research. But what I was trying to say before, we encountered the Infinity Machine over here in this system, which is, from what I can tell, one of the few Leviathans that are not hostile by default.
Technology researched.
Which is very nice. one of the collections of alien scum out here in the galaxy is becoming more militaristic. That's nice. We don't care, by the way. We don't care. Shield capacitor research is done. Advanced research complexes. Oh yes. Further our research complexes even more. Because since we're not really doing a lot of warring, or hopefully not doing any warring, would be ideal in this playthrough. Research is our main thing. We want to be very sciencey while being left alone by the majority of the galaxy, hopefully.
Construction complete.
Okay. We finally upgraded our starbase in the Sol system. So, what do I want to give you? I think another trade hub. Maybe an off-world trading company. And actually, a tiny bit more naval capacity. You might be a good idea. Actually, no, just more trade. I'm gonna use our home system more for the economic stuff than anything, really. Is how I'm doing stuff. We've capped on our influence. Let's see. Policies and edicts. Is there anything we can change here? We can't change you. We could list ourselves as expansionist if I wanted to be able to grab a bunch more territory easier. I don't think so. Unfortunately, we can't change our native policy to the point where we can invade them. I could allow us to enlighten the natives and bring them into the galaxy as our vassal states, basically. If we wanted to. I'm not sure I do want to, though. Our economic policy is mixed right now. Let's see. Policy, wealth creation. Honestly, as far as trade policy is concerned, I'm perfectly happy with it. No need to change that. We have no AI right now, so I won't change that. We can have robots, though. Refugees. Just our species. Population controls. Apparently slavery is legal in our empire. We can purge, but only displacement, which means just kick them out of our empire is the only way we can purge people. Honestly, I think I'm just going to disallow slavery, because I don't particularly care how xenophobic we are. I'm not interested in slaves. Honestly, I don't see us getting any vassals at any point in the future, but I'm going to change us to benevolent vassalage. Just in case being nicer will get more people to agree to bend over backwards for us. reach.
Technology researched.
Build an alloy foundry for you. And there's our naval capacity. We have the ability to research gene seed purification. Gene warrior armies. We can basically, with this, we basically unlock the ability to have Spartan armies. Which is cool and all if we have to defend ourselves, but seeing as the goal is not to conquer people and just to be peaceful and be left alone, that's not a big priority for us. In fact, I think right now more food is the greater import, because that's the thing we're struggling with the most right now is food. We're not really getting a lot of food. Okay. Our fleet here is finally moving off to help us with clearing out those creatures. We're busy building more mining stations over there because that system is rich in minerals. Drop us down to normal speed for this, I think.
Engaging hostile fleet.
And they have a reasonable amount of fleet power. This
Construction
is true.
complete.
Alpha Centauri's been upgraded, so I'll give it 2 more shipyards. That's Alpha Centauri's thing right now. It's our primary naval shipyard. Let's see. Communications jammer. I'm gonna give them a nebula refinery to be able to produce more minerals and stuff, because the other things we don't really need. I mean, yes, the food would be nice, but we're getting a decent chunk of food now. So it's not really worth it. Yeah. Oh yeah. That was excellent. We have a frigate that got damaged out of that. That's the extent of what happened there. Now, though, now we can get some more in our genetics tree. In fact, engineered genesis to give us more modification points. Stem cell stimulation tradition. Interesting. I'm not quite sure what that is. Let's see if, hypothetically, if I wanted to modify our species, what could we do? Get rid of deviants. see. The one I'd like to give us right now is robust. Or 30% more habitability, some more life span and resources, but we need a grand total of 5 trait points to pull that one off. So it's quite a long-term and ambitious approach to take. Let's see. Where are the science ships? We've got one helping out with research on Alpha Centauri. I'll let the Infinity Machine one finish its work, and then we can go do stuff. For now, kill the drones, if you would. We can slow that down. Some random aliens are more militaristic. Yay. Yeah, you can and see how much the public cares about what
Technology
these alien
research.
scum do in their spare time. Okay, with that, we've cleared out those 2 systems. We lost 1 frigate doing so, which honestly isn't that bad. A single frigate loss to clear out 2 whole star systems. Okay. More food coming in now. From our farmers and store bases. Let's see. Hyperlane Registrar. Not quite sure what that does. But this is for economic, commercial stuff. That would be nice, but being able to boost our food production for when we inevitably start struggling with it again, it's like a good idea, and this one takes less time. Only about a year, so we'll go with that for now. Actually, before I send our fleet off to repair, I'm gonna send it up to deal with that system. Back to fast speed. And it looks like we're getting pretty close to this thing passing. Buzzword standardization for more trade, which is nice. And I don't know if you folks remember this, but despite all the effort I'm putting into reinforcing our border defenses over here, and you need to become a starhold, thank you. That's mostly just a case of me being paranoid, because these 2 empires, the Rakarak Intersolar and United Kaloktoran Stars, we actually have non-aggression pacts with both of them.
Special project complete.
So we don't exactly have to worry about them attacking us or anything. And we have just finished our special project with the Infinity Machine. It is done, it is done. How we've solved it. You helped. The organic nature of things eluded us. The answer lied behind us all this time. Of course. Thank you, little ones. The universe is vast, yet so small. Now we see it in all its simple glory. It's lovely. Now that we have calculated infinity, there's but one thing we can do now, and show you the truth. Farewell, young ones. Well, glad we could help. The Infinity Machine disappears into the black hole, and then nothing happens. Did it succeed? What did it try to do? We may never know. A tiny residue of its hull remains within the vortex outside the event horizon. We might be able to learn some of its information from it. A final gift from an odd friend. And this adds a bunch of stuff. To that. The black hole gets physics, society, and engineering data +4, and positronic AI technology.
Technology researched.
It's also trying to give us influence, which is useless because we're capped on that right now. Positronic AI +5 to our research speed. Nice. This is very cool. Now all of our technologies have a year or less left on them. Handy. So you can then go survey those two systems for me. Okay, what's this? And the Senate passed that last resolution, eh? That's nice.
Construction complete.
Okay, let's see. Well, waltz, dark conglomerate. Where are you located? Not as far away as the others, but quite distant from us. Anyways, they would like to establish an embassy on Earth. I'm all for that, frankly. They can set up their embassy. And we'll tolerate aliens having embassies is in our space. So I think. Ooh. That's a pirate raiding fleet. Fortunately, it does not seem to be heading for our space or anything. Just to use a wormhole.
Technology researched.
It's our farming stuff done. So now, let's see here. I will pick up centralized command, occupation garrisons plus military academy. We should probably be
Spaceborne lifeform encountered.
setting up our ability to train armies if we ever need them. So maybe a military academy planet would be a good idea.
Technology researched.
Alright, let's see. Advanced research complexes are done. What have we got next? FTL inhibitor for planets and star bases. Nifty. Very nifty. I think that's what we want next. Is to stop our enemies from moving further into our space with FTL inhibitors. And cruisers. We also got cruisers. And let me see here. Advanced mineral purification is what we'll go on and hit up next. Actually, no, forget that. I'm getting ion thrusters, I think. I'd like to make our ships faster at some point. And we're still on the fairly quick to finish stuff. But now we can do cruisers. Let's see, yeah. I have a couple of different types in mind here. Majority shields with a bit of armor, I think. And we can put in combat computers now. Nice. Actually, let's about that one, and I'll name this it's our first one. Now, this is what we're going to do with the second one of these. Long-range missile stuff. Point defense. And strike craft. Let's see. Now. There we go. And we can put those into my fleet combination, I think. A couple of cruisers I can add in. I'm going to wait to put the ones that are just our micro pre-carriers or whatever in, I think. We'll have 2 cruisers for now. that will set the fleet at 78. Reach. We can upgrade those research complexes. So Albion. I can see got some population growing in on Rama. Let's see here. We'll give them an exotic gas refinery to help with that sort of thing. Now poke those
Construction
ships.
complete.
Alpha Centauris will be built up as far as is possible right now. Urzo warriors sighted. For several months now, we have received scattered reports of small numbers of alien mercenaries and privateers operating on the frontiers of our space. They call themselves the Urzo and are apparently exiles from a nomadic warrior culture inhabiting overcrowded space stations in and around the Obsque system. Their passage into our space proceeded without incident, but they warned us against trespassing in Obsque. There's no Urzo central government to speak of, but their various factions are engaged in constant infighting and often launch raids against neighboring star systems. Indeed, given their vast population and space-based production capabilities, the Urzo would likely be a significant galactic power if they ever stopped killing each other. Hint, hint, Great Khan, hint, hint. Well, let's try to talk to them. We are the Urzo. We are the favored servants of She of the Void, the all-seeing, ever-knowing, and above all, vengeful supreme being that lords over space. It was she that bade us give up our ancestral planetary homes eons ago to take up residence in her eternal domain, the cold depths of space, where we could hunt unbelievers and appease her through sacrifice. Alas, the doctrinal wars have sapped our strength, and we are now a divided people, struggling to divine the true path she would have us walk. Yet her favor can be won through the destruction of alien heretics, and at the behest of other heretics. Thus, many of our warriors are willing to fight your battles for a price. Some guys breaking a migration treaty, and this right over, all the way over there is where those guys are. So, unlike the Vivisandian freeholders, we don't have to worry about this particular brand of alien scum. No losses there. So, let's go one deeper. Take these guys out so that we can continue exploring up that way. Yes, have your bloody ethics shifts. We don't care.
Construction complete.
Okay. You can build those stations, I think. And then, actually, you can go up to this black hole. Build one there. Okay. And what are you, then? Oh, it's just more drones. I want to take out those drones' main base that we found back there eventually, but right now we just don't have the naval power to do it. But that's cleared up this system, again with no losses, so we'll send them back home to get repairs. And then, since we have a lot of alloys, I'm going to fully reinforce our fleet, I think. And we have factions now. 3 of them, in fact. First of all, we have the Association of Higher Learning. Basically, do science things. Well, I'm more than happy to do science things, you'll find. And that's what we're doing a lot of right now, is science things.
Construction complete.
Let's see. Earth is having problems. I'll upgrade that again. This might put us in the negative
System
exotic
surveyed.
gases, but if it does, that's no big deal, really. See, I'll give you a couple torpedo batteries, your gun battery, and target uplink computer. I'm going to also give this station a disruption field generator to reduce how much the shields can shield things. Let's see, the Senate is in recess for a while still. I say a while, it's another month.
Technology researched.
That's another technology done. Ion thrusters this time. So I'm going to get us some armored torpedoes next, I think. It's a bit of a longer one, but it seems worth it to me. Now, what's the Senate voting on? Readied shield. Diplomacy weight and naval capacity are up, but ships cost more to maintain. Yeah, I'm all for that. There is, in fact, one person who is against it. They're pacifists. I mean, we're pacifists, but we're more in the sense of pacifists that we don't start wars, but we want to be ready to defend ourselves in case anyone starts one with us. Kind of thing, really. And I'm gonna take some stuff over here.
Technology researched.
It's planetary. Let's see. FTL inhibitor is done. Let's get that next level of reactor. Now, but yeah, as I was saying, I'm going to take some systems over here, but I think I'll refrain from grabbing those two just because I don't want to share a border with the pirate free states or whatever. That would just be asking for them to raid me, if you ask me. Sharing a border with them is just basically saying, come on in, please raid us. So I'll wait to take those systems until we have enough fleet power to destroy them. At which point I will destroy them and take their territory.
Technology researched.
Okay, military academy done. So let's get this interstellar economics stuff for making more money with buildings and what have you.
System surveyed.
Okay. Now, search those. Research that. We can move up there and do some surveying. Right.
Construction complete.
Got a few more abstentions in the vote. Oh well. Yeah, I want that black hole. That's got the stuff the Infinity Machine gave us. I can come back and claim up all of that later.
Debris analyzed.
And that right there is the other reason we need a bigger fleet. Zanam. We're right next to it. And if I can get big enough to kill off a 20k fleet, we have a Gaia world just waiting to be taken by us. Which is another good reason to take all these systems. Surround it in our space, so that way only we can reach it. Alright. And yeah, we're really
Construction
only
complete.
dealing in
Debris
our
analyzed.
little section of the galaxy right now.
Construction complete.
Bunch of done. So we'll take you, then you, and those two systems there will remain unclaimed. Because doing anything about claiming them is just asking the pirates to come in and start shit with us. So let's not. And then we'll go and do that afterwards. Grab some more systems. That's a good idea. Let's see. Go up and check out this. I have the ability to do automatic exploration. This is true. Thing with that is I'm always forgetting it exists. Even if I probably should do something with it. There we go. Go survey that stuff. Okay, our fleet's been nice and fixed up, so we'll also upgrade it to use some of the more recent techs.
Ships upgraded.
And then spend basically all our alloys. On maxing out the fleet and getting everything. Okay. Where? So, we finished that one there. I don't have any particular need to claim anything in that system, honestly, because as it is right now, we're the only one who can reach it. In the meantime, we'll build some stations over there, and you can then move up there to some stuff in that place. And now, another trait pick for us. Thank you. It's 1.5 pop assembly. High species cheaper. Create template. This is rather morbid, but this is something that I did in a previous playthrough once, where I took an entire species of slaves and then genetically modified them to both be nerve stapled, so they would have no happiness and never ever revolt against me ever. I also made them delicious, so we had a bunch of passive nerve stapled slaves who we were eating, and that was how I was feeding my empire. And this is apparently an E for everyone game. When you can eat aliens. I love Stellaris sometimes, but you can get quite morbid if you think about it. Let's get rid of intelligent. Intelligent. Yeah, we're going to actually upgrade intelligent to erudite, so we'll go from if I can find it. Go from 10% physics, society, and engineering research with intelligent to 20% plus an additional +1 leader level cap with erudite. Now, pathetically speaking, let's say I got rid of rapid breeders. Is there anything we can upgrade that to? We could upgrade it to fertile if we had the trait points, but we don't. Alternatively, what about strong? Very strong, we don't have the trait points. We'll have to get some more before we can make our people very strong in addition to erudite. Yeah, we are just basically going to make the perfect humans here. Gene modding. I don't care what anyone says, gene modding is basically God mode. I really enjoy playing God. It's why gene modding is my favorite ascension path. Though, if I can ever get the correct research stuff to turn up before I get the gene modding ones for psionics, then I will try that one out. I've just never had great luck with researching it in time. Industrial world needs that. To upgrade one of them. Earth. Is short. Wants fucking more. So, pops on Earth are gonna have to go somewhere on their own. There we go. Got some more ships heading into the fleet.
Special project complete.
Let's see, we partially translated an alien mural. The text contains a staggering amount of data, and it evidently serves as some kind of low-tech library. It describes the technological knowledge of an alien civilization that dominated this region of the galaxy some 80 million years ago. A lot of it is already known to us, but the data does contain several promising leads for technologies we had yet to consider. There's enough data to keep our scientists busy for decades, but we'll need an orbital research facility to continue the translation efforts. Intriguing. Yeah. That's another place that's worthy of building a station, I think. In fact, after you've hit up these places, you can stop there and build a station.
Technology researched.
There we go, antimatter reactor. In fact, we're going to get moat harvesting next. Being able to harvest and convert our minerals into more and more of these special resources is quite nice, you ask me.
Anomaly discovered.
See, sensors for a shipwreck of unidentified origins has been sighted in orbit of Unif 7. Well, go poke it.
Technology researched.
Okay. Armored torpedoes. Done. And finally, level 2 coil guns. That took its sweet ass fucking time. We are in desperate need of upgrading our coil guns, and have been for a while now. Our laser weaponry and missiles are chugging on ahead, but the coil guns are still at level 1, for God's sake. Now, still voting on this, even though it's basically overwhelmingly going in favor of, but the wheels of bureaucracy turn very slowly after all. There is one problem with Federation right now. If a nation joins the Federation, and you have an independent treaty with them, non-aggression pact and the like, in most cases, that won't last, as the Federation doesn't defaults to independent members, can't do independent
Anomaly
diplomacy,
discovered.
which is kind of annoying.
Technology researched.
Okay, level 2 coil guns, thank you. And let's get autocannons while we're at it. Might as well round out our weaponry arsenal, even if we're hoping to not fight anyone. Numismatic Order wants to sell us stuff. Let's see. Close your visual receptors. Now, picture yourself on your back floating on a stream of energy credits towards a mountain of even more energy credits. With our new monistic visualization technique, you'll learn that there is no greater power than the power of the mind. You too will be free of material desires, and credits will be drawn to you like arthropods to dung. As always, if you need time to consider, we can notify you before we depart your territory, giving you one more chance to accept the goddess's generous offer. Let's see. Well, you've made a hell of a sales pitch, and it's not like I'm hurting for energy credits right now. You've got yourself a deal. There's a couple of places I would like to colonize. I'm going to queue up a few colony ships for the handful of places we have that are maybe not ideal, but pretty close to it. Meaning those two.
Technology researched.
Now, research station output has been researched. And we can get plasma accelerators, I think. Structure. I'm having some shortages here. Okay. It's a little bit expensive buying them off the marketplace, but what I'm going to do is start our first construction of a habitat. Which is going to take a while, but we can start setting up artificial living places. And since I'm having some problems finding enough space for my pops on Earth, then I think some artificial habitats thrown basically all over the damn place will be of benefit to us. And now that we have hit 2280, I think we're going to call an end to this episode here. This has been Dark Phoenix Gaming. I hope you're enjoying our venture into space pacifism. If you are, then please leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to see more like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. See you then, folks. See you then.